Happy Friday. Welcome back. This is the next 2 weeks. What is coming up the next 2 weeks, the 17th through to the 30th? There is no clarification. I am going to start with Aries and make my way all the way down to Pisces. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Let's jump right into it. This is for Aries, the next 2 weeks ahead for the sign of Aries. Ooh, 3 of them, okay. All right, Aries, next 2 weeks. What do we have for Aries? Whoop. All right. Aries, overall energy for the upcoming 2 weeks. We have number 14, carrying connection, pertaining to number 10, journey. Well, I feel like you are going on a new emotional journey with somebody. Carrying connection can be romantic. It does not have to be. But I feel like the journey is twofold. I feel like at the end of said journey, you are going to be moving through something, releasing something from the past. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. That would be you, Aries, in the reverse. The 6 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So I feel like the Queen of Wands in the reverse is representative of when we're talking about you and carrying connections in any type of connection, possibly. There is some form of emotional immaturity, a need or desire to control, manipulate. It also sometimes will talk about you, in essence, being completely detached from another person. I heard safety mechanism. What I do like, though, is, as I said, this is a journey, and I feel like you're moving through said you in the reverse when it comes to connections. It doesn't even have to be romantic. I mean, we're talking about carrying connections in general. So it could be family, friends, whatever the case is. It's like not wanting to be vulnerable, but also the Queen of Wands in the reverse. We're talking about somebody who is in their shadow energy. And shadow energy normally comes through because we're in our ego, because there's been experiences we've had that we never let go of. We have the 6 of Cups, which tells me that we are talking about an energy that you have from childhood, some kind of experience that holds an emotional attachment that you reflect on maybe continuously. If it's not continuously, it's talking about that it's something that every time you get into a similar situation, it immediately triggers this emotion. And we have the 8 of Cups, which tells me that you are emotionally detaching from this energy, from whatever past experience. And again, it's a journey. I feel like this is, my left hand is itching, my left palm. I feel like this is a person or situation that's coming in and, in essence, a catalyst for this shift and change. Hello, Vicky. Underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface, we have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. This, to me, feels like this, whatever shift and change is taking place, this emotional detachment from past experience is happening on a subconscious level. This is all about receiving intuition, guidance, downloads, but it's in your underlying energy, which tells me rest and rejuvenation. It feels very much like you were open at this point to this shift and change. And it's pertaining to number 26, big luck. Maybe that's why my left palm was itching. We have a Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is a self-imposed prison. The way that we're thinking or even overthinking, analyzing, is what's keeping us entangled in said prison, if you will. We have a Knight of Wands. I feel as though there is an escape taking place, and not in a negative sense where escapism. I feel like you are finally escaping this self-imposed prison, escaping these thoughts, these memories, these situations that you went through that had you locked in this energy. And it feels very freeing. It feels like we're taking this way of being and shifting it to a point of you're not even going to recognize experiences with new people anymore because it's going to feel different. We have honesty. I will be truthful and transparent in all interactions, even when it may be difficult. For some of you, this is somebody that's coming in past life, soulmate. Plans. Seeing you is a priority for me. I want to make plans with you. An imposter. I'm not who you think I am. I honestly feel like you might have imposter syndrome, frankly, where on some level you don't believe you're worthy or good enough for whatever situation in life that might pertain to. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I'm going to move on to Taurus after I shuffle. And happy Friday. I know I already said that, but happy Friday. Thank you for joining me on said Friday. I feel like it's a big week. Yeah, we have a new moon in Virgo that's going to be taking place on the 23rd, which means we're moving into Virgo season very quickly. Hello, Leanne. Hello, hello. All right, last shuffle. I should say last deck that's going to get shuffled roughly 3 times. All righty. Taurus. Taurus, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Ooh, I totally shuffled. I totally shuffled. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. That's interesting. Well, all right, Taurus, overall energy for your reading is very interesting because I totally shuffled, but we have number 14, caring connection, and number 19, rest and rejuvenation. I find it interesting because Aries got one of each card, one in the underlying and one in the not underlying. It's pertaining to number 29, prison. So when we're talking about a caring connection, which to me feels like we're talking about you and another person, right? And with the rest and rejuvenation, that is not only being open to receive intuition, guidance, downloads, but we're talking about possibly healing a situation as well as meditation, spiritual healing, if you will. pertaining to prison. So there's a situation where you and another person have been locked into something, whether it's mundane, whether it's fighting, arguing, like whatever the case may be. But I feel like you're in an energy of healing that, in an energy of opening up. And it's not just like on a 3D level, like, oh yeah, we made up. No, this is deep. This runs deep. It's spiritual. And I feel like you are setting yourself free. You and this other person together. I don't feel like this is a breakup. I feel like this is you and another person ascending together. We have the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. Well, it's a time of fertility, right? The Empress is new beginnings, and it's a time to turn your dreams into reality, prosperity, abundance. We have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups tells me that on some level, there could have been an energy of being unsatisfied with the emotional opportunities. Again, that's that imprisonment feeling, stuck, stagnant. Could have been anything. I mean, if you think about you and a caring connection, it could be like, oh, we just are bored with each other, or we're bored with living the life that we live, or, we fight, or whatever the case is. It's the Four of Cups is saying that there was a feeling of being emotionally unsatisfied, but the universe has an opportunity coming in for you. That's the fourth cup. And I feel like with the openness, the rest and rejuvenation, the higher spiritual ascension, if you will, you're open to receiving said shift and change, this new beginning. We have a Queen of Swords. Specifically, it's Libra, but it's Taurus, Libra, Gemini. You could be dealing with a Libra or have that in your chart. This is the energy of somebody who is balanced, diplomatic, but more than anything, it's about being focused on what it is that one desires, and being able to and willing to cut out people, places, and situations that do not serve them. What I find super interesting is that this is air energy, but when you look at this card, it reminds me of earth energy, hence the deer and the trees, the forest. This is also an energy, it feels like you are receiving some form of clarity and truth, keeping your focus, if you will. In your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, number 32, door to spirit. Like I said, I feel like we are spiritually ascending with another person. And it's pertaining to number 25, high honor. This gives really strong manifestation vibes. Like the Empress feels very much like the Midas touch kind of energy. Like everything you touch turns to gold. And there's a formula when we're manifesting, but this feels very much like we're talking about you're opening this door to spirit. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye, the Fool card, like taking a leap of faith, starting a new cycle, moving in a new direction. The high honors to me feels like as we're opening this door to spirit, having the faith and making that shift from, I know you're earth and you like tangible earthly things. You are an earth sign, but I feel like you're shifting into more of a spiritual aspect, at least when it comes to this caring connection. And that's where the high honor comes in. We have Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is energetically and emotionally draining energy. It's like trying to juggle, overworking. Now I heard all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. We have the Emperor, Aries energy. This is taking a leadership role in your own life. It's also talking about bossing up, leveling up. And we have a match here with the Empress and the Emperor. We also have the Two of Cups, which again is that caring connection. Definitely feels very much like a relationship. And an Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like as you're opening this door to spirit, as you're taking that leap of faith, as you're moving towards this new beginning, keeping the focus on what it is that you desire, you are moving into more of an emperor energy, taking a leadership role in your own life. I don't know if I said the Emperor is Aries energy or not, but This is somebody who you could even be making a choice to open your own business. But I feel like it's bringing in this Ace of Pentacles, a brand new opportunity, something tangible in the 3D. I love this. I just realized it's a dream catcher. The Ace of Pentacles is a dream catcher. I feel like that's going to resonate with somebody. This major shift is opening up a new opportunity for you. We have apology. I'm not yet over what happened, but an apology could begin to mend things. Maybe that is your stepping outside of your comfort zone. Maybe that is you releasing yourself from the self-imposed prison. But know that when we give an apology, we're not just asking the forgiveness of a person, but we forgive ourselves in the process, because it does take two. More than anything, I think the next 2 weeks is about you beginning a journey of almost opening to spirit, like a spiritual awakening of sorts. I also feel like you have new opportunities coming in for you, and you are taking a leap of faith. You feel incredibly Midas touch at this moment in time. The next 2 weeks, things that you touch are turning to gold, meaning that you are manifesting what it is that you desire. All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you. I am moving on to Gemini after I shuffle. I should also mention that things are going to be a little wonky for the next few months as I am transitioning from being in my office, my home, to moving and all of that stuff. So I just appreciate patience. Patience with the shifts and changes that are taking place on my new journey. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, this is for the next 2 weeks, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take out what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, cross watch for somebody you're dealing with if you so desire. Oh, you're fine, Leanne. Okay. Gemini. Overall energy. It's number 31. We have door to personal value in the reverse. So I feel like the next 2 weeks, well, it's pertaining to number 12, a rich girl, and number 19, a funeral. I feel like in the next 2 weeks, you are shifting. And I feel like what you're shifting is out of this lack of understanding your worth and your value into it. Because the funeral card is the death card to me. It is transmutation. And I feel like what you're shifting is out of not understanding your worth and your value into more of a rich girl, if you will. Rich man, doesn't matter. But an understanding of your worth and your value. Because at this point in this reading, if this is your reading, you don't completely understand your worth and value. Now, worth and value is tied to finances. It's tied to all sorts of things in our life, relationships, everything. But at the core, it's your feeling of worth. So let's say in business, you feel worthy. Like business is not your issue. But in romance, you're always stuck with somebody who treats you like a doormat. It's because on some level, internally, you don't understand your worth and value. Hence, you attract those types of people to you. I feel like we're shifting and changing that. We have the 10 of Swords. That is you putting the final sword in your back. Like, this is it. 10 of Swords. Old way of thinking and believing is done. Hence, the transmutation, the funeral card. We have a King of Wands. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Have that in your chart specifically, but it is Aries, Leo, Sag. And then we have the Judgment, Scorpio energy. So, honestly, you could end up embodying the King of Wands, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is some form of a catalyst, somebody who is helping you to see said final sword in back. Swords, air energy. And so we're talking about thoughts, belief systems that create your reality. Your thoughts and your beliefs help to create your reality. And when we hit a 10, that means we're hitting the end of a cycle, meaning you're done with this old way of thinking and believing. And with the transmutation card, I feel like we're definitely talking about your self-worth, your value in relationships, in life in general, in business, in opinions, in whatever. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's also an internal job. So if somebody treats you like you're unworthy or worthless or a pile, you can project it outwards and be like, that's not true, that's not fair, that's not whatever. But it's your internal energy that called that person in to kind of mirror it to you, for you to see on some level, you don't feel good enough. You don't feel worthy enough. Could be imposter syndrome. With the Judgment card, I feel like you're making a final decision. The Judgment card is about surrendering and moving in a new direction. So whatever or whoever this fire energy is, this catalyst, if you will, I feel as though they're assisting and helping you to understand, and you will be surrendering and moving in a new direction. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 15, appreciation. Now, whatever this situation is that's playing out over the next 2 weeks, possibly could have completely been playing out for far longer, but I will say that this next 2 weeks, it feels like it could be wrapping up. I will also make mention, even though we're not into next month yet, that we are back in eclipse season next month, especially if you have Pisces and Virgo in your chart. It is going to affect you tremendously. Cycles are closing, and not only are they closing, but we're talking about course corrections, major shifts and changes in one's life. I digress. Let's get back. Appreciation pertaining to number 27, unexpected money. So whatever this shift is that you're doing over the next 2 weeks is calling in some form of unexpected money. This shift again, I just feel like you're not understanding your true worth and value, but that's all about to change. It's leading you into receiving some kind of abundance, unexpected money, right? And it takes this simple shift of understanding your worth, an internal shift, if you will. We have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is emotional detachment. And I feel like what you're emotionally detaching from is the 10 of Swords. So when we manifest, it's thoughts and emotions. That's the formula. And once we cut out those thoughts and we emotionally detach, we move to our 9 of Cups. Not only is the 9 of Cups emotional sovereignty, but it is wish fulfillment. So you're moving from the 8 to the 9 in the Cups, from emotionally detaching from previous, whatever this 10 of Swords is for you. It'll be different for everybody. Again, could be even imposter syndrome. You're receiving unexpected money, and frankly, wish fulfillment. You have growth. I will ignite a spark inside you, inspiring greater depth and expansion. Told you. I feel like whoever this King of Wands is the person that's sparking the growth. All right. I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Cancer. how long I'm going to be doing scheduled lives for, just so you're all aware. That might be the first thing that has to drop for a short amount of time, because I do want to stay up to date with my monthlies and mid-monthlies. But like I said, I am in the process of moving. And by process, I mean literally everything. So everything's shifting and changing in my life at this moment. It is a beautiful journey. But I will try to keep... Ooh, why is that one in reverse? I will try to keep you up to date in the community area. All right, let me take a sip of my... Cancer. Cancer, this is the next 2 weeks ahead, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. And or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. What do we have for Cancer? All right, Cancer, overall energy, we have number 48, Angel of Balance. And then we have number 20, the House, sideways. And so, frankly, I feel like there could be a mild struggle with keeping your mind balanced. And by balance, we're talking about not one extreme or the other, just kind of sovereign, if you will. Now, when it comes to an actual house, it could feel a little bit imbalanced at this time. You could feel a little imbalanced at this time. But I also feel like we're talking about in the next 2 weeks, things coming back into balance. And so, although it doesn't feel necessarily 100% balanced at this time, I feel like that's the energy you're embodying, is bringing balance back in, not only to the mind, which in essence is going to affect everything else, hence your house, the relationships, blah, blah, blah. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you are coming out of delusion land, emotionally roller coaster, if you will. We have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is telling me that you are literally putting forth some kind of, like, you're coming out of it just being a dream or illusion, delusion. You are literally putting, well, I heard pen to paper, which is interesting, but then I saw track shoes running on a track. So it's kind of like, instead of just thinking about it, daydreaming about it, you're actually forming some kind of a plan to put things to action. And it feels like this is mentally, I don't know if you want to say like checks and balances, like you're mentally creating some form of, routine, or this is my steps I'm going to take. This is the action I'm putting forward. Now, this isn't an action card. This is an analytical card. But I feel like we're going from it just being random, up in the air, whatever pops into my head. I'm on this daydream, whether it's true or not true. I'm living in illusions and delusions. I feel like you're actually putting forth constructive, no, this is what I desire, and this is where it's going. And again, this is mentally. You're bringing your mind back into balance is what it feels like to me. With the Nine of Cups. So I like this because you are literally going into the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You are using a formula, if you will, of cutting out the crap, the illusion, the delusion, the allowing your mind to run rampant and wild with you. You're putting forth some kind of constructive, like, whether it's even about you, if a certain thought pops in that is not constructive, you're like, nope, done with that one, delete, moving, knowingly understanding that I am moving into something more desirable in my emotional state. It's leading to emotional sovereignty as well as wish fulfillment. We have the Hermit card, Virgo energy. So the Hermit card, I love this card, is all about detachment from people, places, and situations, to seek higher guidance, to understand who and what you truly are spiritually, but also understanding what you're capable of, finding your true passion, your drive, your desire, what it is that lights your path, what resonates with you, which is lighting your path, and your true wish fulfillment. I honestly feel like you hit, well, I heard a brick wall, which tells me that you finally got to a point where it stopped being about the external and you started going within. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 3, blossoming abundance. And it is pertaining to number 25, high honor. I love the high honor card because it makes me feel like somebody understands that it's like feeling blessed and worthy, and the true essence of the self, which is we are incredibly blessed and worthy and very powerful beings. With the blossoming abundance, it feels like things are turning in your favor. Hence, the house is moving, I feel like, from sideways to upright. You're bringing balance to the internal, which in essence will reflect in your external. Feeling very abundant and honored in a relationship, the 2 of Cups, some kind of romantic situation. The 3 of Cups, celebration. The 3 of Cups is a time of celebration. It is a time of joy. It also talks about soul tribe. You could have, especially because we have water energy in the underlying, you could be in communication with your higher guides at this time. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, it's definitely time to celebrate because the Wheel of Fortune says that Pisces, Sag energy, after a time of major stagnancy, well, you've gotten out of that. You're bringing balance back in. Things start to get moving. And the Wheel of Fortune brings in some kind of windfall of sorts. But it also talks about major progress being made seemingly out of nowhere. But I can tell you, just by looking at the cards, it's not out of nowhere. It's just making a choice and a decision to kind of map things out and make the effort to make sure that your emotional and mental mind is in the right direction. We have frustrated. I'm irritated with what I can't control and want you to feel as badly as I do. That could be somebody that felt that way towards you. It could have been you feeling that way. Hence the 7 of Cups at one point would have been in the upright, which could have been your mind running rampant with these thoughts that were not constructive. In fact, the opposite, destructive. But you've put an end to it, or you're taking the bull by the horns, if you will. You're taking hold of the chariot reins and moving in the right direction. All right, that is what I have for you, Cancer. I am going to shuffle and we will move on to Leo. Alrighty. Final shuffle. All right, Leo. This is for the week ahead, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. You know, it's interesting because as I was shuffling, I was feeling like you might have a crush on somebody. And maybe fantasizing about somebody that could have pertained to the reading. It could just be for one person, so take it how it resonates. And then I saw a plate of spaghetti and meatballs. So I don't know. Again, that could be confirmation for somebody. Whether you're sitting down to eat a plate of spaghetti and meatballs or maybe it's their favorite food, your favorite food. All right, this is for Leo. One more. Leo. Overall energy for this reading. We have number 16, patience. Divine timing is at play, and it's pertaining to number 32, grief and sorrow, and number 18, small child. For some of you, this is pertaining to your actual child, something that you're trying to get over or move past. For others, this is inner child, things that need to get moved past. You have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Actually, I should say happy birthday, Leos. It is your birthday month, so happy birthday to you. All right. Knight of Wands in the reverse, which tells me that there is no action being taken at this time. However, we are in the energy of patience, divine timing. So on some level, I feel like you understand that, hence the not movement forward. I can appreciate that because if you're meant to be in patience, divine timing is at play, and you're charging forward to something, it's probably not going to end up as you would have desired. We have the Magician. Okay, I understand you could be going through some stuff right now, but I will tell you that this is beautiful energy. The Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy tells me that you're not taking action. You are attracting. This is being in alchemy. This is magnetism. This is you calling to yourself what it is that you are creating. And we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. You're gaining a brand new perspective. For some of you, this is the first time that you are understanding how manifestation works, that it's not all about pushing and forcing and controlling your way through things. It's about attracting things to you. I do feel like whatever this grief and sadness is that you're moving through, it feels like you are truly moving through it. And you're gaining a new perspective. Once the new perspective is gained, I feel like the floodgates open. We have in your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, number 48, Angel of Balance. Pertaining to number 10, journey. I feel like that's the journey you're on, is creating some form of balance in your life. I feel like you are creating said balance in your life. And it's all unfolding in divine timing. But I feel like it's all kind of hanging in, which no pun intended with the Hanged Man, but hanging on this new perspective. And it's not something that can get rushed. It's got to be an internal click, an awareness, a clarity, a truth. That really hits you right to the soul, if you will. We have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is interesting because it talks about, like, I don't get that. I'm not even going to tell you the meaning of it because what I'm getting is that you are receiving some form of intuition, guidance, and downloads. There is... For a time, I feel like you were unwilling and unable to make a choice or a decision. I feel like for a time you were kind of stuck. Well, I heard between a rock and a hard place. I feel like more than anything, this is you waiting on some kind of synchronicity or sign or what to do next. We have a Two of Wands, which tells me that you will be taking action when the timing is right. You have already energetically turned your back on the old and you're waiting for the new, moving forward, but only taking divinely guided action. We have an Ace of Wands. You have a new passionate beginning taking place. Now, this is taking place in the underlying energy first, which is where you want things to take place. But there will be action and opportunities coming in, passion, drive, desire. But again, we're talking about divine timing, and I feel like the only thing it's hinging on is you're garnering a new perspective. Small favor. I'm hoping you won't mind helping me with something minor. That could resonate on many levels. All right. That is what I have for you, Leo. I'm going to move on to Virgo after I shuffle. Are you still driving, Vicky? She's like, I'm driving, but I need to claim these. All right, I'm going to take my vest off. It is warm in here. It's like rainy and cold outside. But not so much inside. Oh, traffic. Fun times. Traffic is a good time to manifest. And to listen to me. Maybe I'm breaking up the monotony. I don't know. Alrighty. We are headed into Virgo. Virgo, this is for the next 2 weeks ahead, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. This is for Virgo. Happy birthday to the Virgos. Happy birthday. Well, isn't that just a kick in the pants? Virgo. Overall energy, number 9, broken heart. Pertaining to number 6, the good lady. So you could be the good lady and or you've got a good lady that you're dealing with. But the broken heart talks about a heart being mended. It's healing. It's in a process of healing. It could be mending over this next 2 weeks. But when it comes to the good lady, I find this interesting because I almost feel like there is this energy of feeling like I'm a good person, or I don't know if it's like an I don't deserve this kind of energy, and or we're talking about feeling like the person in question that isn't you, the other person, is a good person. But I almost feel like for some of you, this has nothing to do with this is an energy that's coming in for healing. The good lady. Well, yeah, because I heard detachment, meaning that this person is detached from the situation that originally made you feel heartbroken. This feels like somebody that is benevolent. Interesting choice of words. We have a 7 of Cups. The Moon card, Pisces energy. And the 2 of Swords in the reverse. So the Moon card is a maternal energy. And for some reason, the good lady strikes me as an energy of almost motherly. The 7 of Cups is kind of like daydream. It can be illusion, delusion. It's kind of a mixed bag of emotions. And again, we're talking of a broken heart or being in that energy of mending said broken heart. I also find it interesting that we have number 9, the broken heart, and number 6, the good lady. So I'm getting another reference that they're interchangeable, kind of like, well, then I saw a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But what I find interesting is, and I don't understand this at all, but it's not my message, so maybe this will resonate. You've got a 9, which is a heartbreak that's healing. And then it turns to a 6 when you turn it upside down, right? Which would in essence mean that you're healed. There is no broken heart. And then we've got the good lady in the reverse turns into a 6, which in essence in the reverse would not be a good lady. It would be the opposite of said good lady. There's something pertaining to that there's, and I heard Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm not exactly 100% what I'm meant to make of this. I don't feel like the message has been delivered, so I'm going to open it up for spirit to guide me. I'm going to keep going. If I get more information, I will let you know. But there's something there. And I'm getting like emotional, like almost pent up energy in my chest. I'm wondering if for some of you, there's, I don't even feel like it's mirroring. I feel like it's projection. There's some kind of projection going on. For some of you, it could be blame. I'm not sure how this plays out. I'm just giving you what I'm receiving. So the 7 of Cups is illusion, delusion, daydreams, right? There's a need to kind of stick with one and go with it. And again, we're talking about flip-floppy, right? Like good, bad, broken heart, not broken heart. I know I did that backwards, but you know what I mean. Illusion, delusion. We're talking about needing to just pick one and stick with it. Not, well, then I heard Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know if that's, it's almost like not, I mean, if we're projecting, are we talking about maybe 1 second this lady is good and then the next second we're like, nope, they're not. They're the worst person ever. Or, you know, I'm healing. No, I'm healed. Nope, I'm bringing it back up. It's almost like the 7 of Cups, because in the 7 of Cups, you know, you've got jewels in one, but then this snake or in another, and a dragon in one, and then like there's something there. And I heard as the world turns. Interesting. The moon and the world. I'm going to show you this correlation here in just a minute. So the moon card is talking about secrets, hidden secrets, fears. It is about needing to be more in touch with the feminine energy, but also it talks about being open to follow your intuition. However, we're talking about fears, needing to push through your fears. With the Two of Swords in the reverse, which I find interesting again. The Two of Swords in the reverse tells me that there is a decision that's being made. There is a choice that is finally being made. We, in the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, have number 29, the world. But isn't it interesting that the world almost doubles as the moon? There's something about double meaning or feeling. Like I'm not necessarily getting, well, let's just keep going. Number 29, the world. It talks about a few things, and I'm feeling very strongly that there's a major transformation taking place. But as with the world, number 19, the funeral, which is the death card, transmutation, a shift, a change. I also feel like it's tied to your emotional state, your fears. The world is a celebration of an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new. But this is feeling very much like, it's almost like as the world turns, like this is I don't know, this might just be for one person. I'm almost seeing that things, like as the world turns, it almost doubles as the fear. As the news, I don't know if we're talking about as the news cycle. Eclipse, which is not happening right now. For some of you, if you have, well, no shit. Excuse my language. Now it makes a little bit more sense. Eclipse season is coming back into full swing. We have a Pisces full moon lunar eclipse taking place in September. We have a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo also taking place. Because you are Virgo, it would behoove you to find out more information, which I'm going to drop a bit of information when I do the September monthlies. That's somehow tied to this. And there's something, I know this is for the next 2 weeks, but there's something that's definitely going to be majorly transformative taking place. Anyways, we have the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like you're going to receive a truth, clarity, a cutting through the veil. For some of you, even heightened gifts at this time, intuition, but a new way of thinking and believing, which is leading to the Star card, Aquarius energy. This is wish fulfillment and having faith in the future. There's something that you're putting to bed to rest. Frankly, I feel like it's the broken heart is mending and the fears that were attached on some level. It's all shifting and changing. But there's a major message for somebody else, or maybe it's all of you, that feels very tied to all of this somehow. And I'm not clarifying, so I apologize. But we have laughter, I'll be a shining light in your life and bring you laughter and joy. That's what I have for you. Virgo, I'm going to shuffle and we are going to move on to Libra. Thank you guys for joining me on this Friday. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. I probably should have taken a longer nap, but then I would have been late. I took a 30-minute nap. Just a quickie. A quickie nap. All righty. Libra. Sorry, Libra. I need to take a sip. Libra. This is for the next 2 weeks ahead, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. This is for the sign of Libra for the next 2 weeks. Well, Libra. Interesting. Libra. Wow. Overall energy, number 6, contract. Which is interesting because I feel like you're balanced in whatever you're doing. And I heard blind faith. So we have a contract taking place. And wow. So number 6, contract. And it's pertaining to number 26, big luck. So you could be signing a contract for work. It could be any type of contract, but it also could be that we're just talking about coming into alignment with, let's say, your spiritual contract, if you will, the time of your life that you're meant to be whatever. For some of you, it's talking about marriage or energetic contract with you and another person. We have a King of Cups, specifically Pisces. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but specifically Pisces. This is the energy of somebody who's kind, caring, compassionate, highly intuitive, psychic. And then we have a 4 of Swords. This is about rest, rejuvenation, healing, receiving intuition, guidance, and downloads. The Justice card. Well, I feel like that's you, Libra. That's you in balance. But it also could pertain to the signing of a contract. And then we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. There's some contract that for some of you, you're ending. And you're in the energy of ending a contract. For some of you, you could be signing a contract. But it's bringing in a windfall of sorts. We've got big luck. So whatever this ending or beginning of this contract is, I feel like you're balanced regardless. And being balanced pertaining to a contract or more than one person, if you will, is about, I want what's best for myself, of course, but all involved. All involved. It's not like, oh, it's all about me. I get mine. It's about, I want what's best for everybody. I want it to work out for everyone. Now, I feel like the King of Cups could of course, be somebody that you're dealing with, but it also could be your emotional state, being highly more intuitive, following your heart, connecting to spirit, receiving guidance and downloads, which is bringing you back into balance, of course. And when you're creating from that energy, you're manifesting. I mean, anything is possible. The Magician is alchemy. It's creation. Now, we didn't have a card fall in after that, so apparently we're not meant to get specific on what it is that you're manifesting. But I will tell you, in your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, number 27, walking away, pertaining to number 25, high honor. It's interesting because this almost feels like you are, in essence, breaking a contract, walking away from something that seemed legit on paper, but it ends up bringing in far more abundance for you. And maybe it's just the way that things were written. Like, I don't know, have you ever had to sign I don't know why, homeowners association just popped into my head. But if you think about that, it's like, yeah, you buy the house, whatever, but then you're tied into this contract with these people that can tell you like what flowers are okay to plant, or your garbage bins need to be 2 feet away from the sidewalk, like whatever. It's like, it may have been a dream. It may have felt like a high honor to have this beautiful home in this beautiful neighborhood, but is it worth it? So for a lot of you, I feel like there's you walking away from something that may have looked really good on paper, but wasn't your truth, wasn't what you truly desired, wasn't bringing your balance, right? And I feel like the luck is coming in when we end said contract. We have the Star card, Aquarius energy. Yeah, walking away from the high honor is what's bringing in your wish fulfillment. And I also feel like you have faith in the future, that whatever is meant to be will never pass you by. Health. I'm here to support your journey towards wellness and balance. I don't know. I feel like if you're dealing with a King of Cups, I feel like they are meant to be here to guide you on some level, whether it's a friendship or relationship, whatever. The contract, although I don't see pentacles, could be more along the lines of career or, something in the 3D. But take it how it resonates. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. I am moving on to Sagittarius after I shuffle. Hi, Sean. The whole gang's here. Took you long enough, Sean. Jeez. We almost started missing you. Almost. Happy Friday, Sean. Vicky's here somewhere. She got done driving, so she might just be listening. Leanne's in and out. I put her to sleep, so it's my mesmerizing voice. I'm just kidding. She's probably at work, but... Oh, there's Vicky. Happy Friday. Anybody got good plans? I mean, it's raining here, but... Oh, cool. I'm sure I got a notification because I do follow it, but... I've been really busy, so... And by busy, it's like I think I have a minute and then something pops up. Which isn't the normal way that I live in my Pisces world. Yeah, in between her tree hugging. All right, Saggy. Sagittarius. Sag. This is for the next 2 weeks ahead, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Sag. Oh, I need one more card. Interesting, because I don't feel like that popped out by accident. So let's take those two. Nope, I'm going to leave it the way it is. Sagittarius. So you have, number one, the sun. Happiest card in the deck. You're feeling good, looking good, smelling good. This is abundance, prosperity, creativity, happiness, joy. It's pertaining to number 12, a rich girl. You could be the rich girl feeling very rich, privileged, if you will. It could be somebody that you're dealing with that seems to be bringing sunshine to you. We have the 8 of Cups. This is emotional detachment. And the 9 of Wands. Well, that's the wounded warrior. And it's talking about the baggage that you carry around that, in essence, kind of is the programming that continuously pops up at the worst time, and then we recreate, and then things kind of fall apart, right? So I'm hopeful that we're emotionally detaching from the baggage. But we're going to get into the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 18, anxiety. Pertaining to number 20, house. Yes, it could be a literal house, but if you've been watching long enough, you know that the house to me resembles the mind. So you've got major thoughts going through your head, which tells me that I think you emotionally are detaching from said happiness, energy, joy, success, abundance, prosperity, and diving right into the 9 of Wands. Fear, stress, anxiety, baggage from old experiences creeping up to take over your mind. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Pisces, Sag. That tells me that things get moving after a time of stagnancy, that there is some form of abundance coming in for you. Ace of Cups, brand new emotional experience. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like that's the abundance. Somebody offering a cup of love. That's somebody. King of Pentacles. Gemini specifically, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Gemini. I find it interesting because this feels very self-sabotaging. It feels like you got goodness coming in, but you immediately convert back to, what's going on? Like something bad's happening, or whatever the case is. It's like you're emotionally detaching from this good energy and fixating on negativity. Now, is the good energy pertaining to a person? I don't think so. I think this is your energy, and then you're getting sucked into a situation with a person. This is happening in your underlying. So you got goodness, but you're starting to create not greatness. And the reason you're creating that is because in your underlying, your thoughts, your energy is obsessed with a situation with a person. Good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know. Maybe it isn't a good experience. I don't know. Or maybe it's that you're trying to control, that you want the Wheel of Fortune to go in your favor and receive this person's cup of love and live happily ever after. I don't know. What I do know is that you're trying to control and manipulate a situation in your mind, which is causing stress and fear and anxiety and ripping you out of your happiness and joy. You have apology in the reverse, but I'm going to have to flip it upright to read it. Not that, well, maybe let's try reading it in the reverse. I'm not yet over what happened, but an apology could begin to mend things. In the reverse, I feel like not only is somebody not over something, but I also feel like there is no apology that will ever mend it. That's what I have, Sag. Time to shuffle and move on to Scorpio. Did I go in reverse? I have it written Sag and then Scorpio, but you're right. It's Scorpio and then Sag. I don't know. Scorpio's coming right now, which is so funny. I literally have, I don't know what happened there. I guess there's a first for everything. I don't know. I don't believe in accidents or coincidences, so there must be something behind it. Oh. Ooh, camping. I'm going to soon be living in a camping lifestyle. Like every day will be camping. For the rest of my life. Or at least for the rest of the time I'm there. Yeah, interesting. Like, I don't know, maybe you're being forced to wait. That's so funny. Because I write out the signs every, so that I can do the timestamps. And then I just read what's coming up next, so I don't have to try to focus on that. I'm open. But apparently, today, Sag decided they were more important than Scorpio. Oakley dokley. Scorpio. Scorpio. The reading is all about the upcoming next 2 weeks, the 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. What am I doing? Scorpio, I don't know what your deal is, but you've got me completely discombobulated here. Scorpio. Okay, overall energy. You have so many cards that came out because apparently we are on Scorpio's timing. We are on Scorpio's decision on how the cards are going to be pulled. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, of course. Also, if this is not your energy or half of it's your energy, feel free to move the reading around in your own mind the way that works for you. You could be like, that's the person I'm dealing with, or that's my energy, that's their energy. Apparently, this is all about you. Hopefully, it's all Scorpios, and this isn't just one person's energy like, no, we're doing it my way, Vicky. Just kidding. Not kidding. You have number 41, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, and number 4, Happy Family. So it's pertaining to Well, first of all, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, is like your intuition, your connection to spirit. Happy family talks about, well, a happy family, but also it could be a blended family, two people coming together. But this is about following intuition pertaining to a family situation or in the energy of feeling family. I mean, like I said, you're going to have to take this how it resonates for you. It's pertaining to number 5, the good Lord. Number 28, expectation. And number 20, house. So, house, for me, if you've been watching long enough, pertains to the mind. However, in this situation, it could be your literal home or the home of somebody you're dealing with. I feel like, Scorpio, you definitely are in the energy of your, I mean, this is Scorpio, right? Intuition, heightened spiritual gifts, connection to spirit, inspiration, which for me resonates with the good Lord, being in tune. When it comes to expectations in the mind, I also feel like that's you. And for some of you, I feel like we're talking about, I'm seeing levels like prioritizing, shifting things around in there on what we're focusing on or what's being focused on. And then happy family, it could be, again, somebody else's energy that's in the energy of happy family, being more family oriented, could be yours as well. So take it how it resonates. We have the 6 of Wands. This is all about recognition. It's could be that somebody is recognizing you, but I feel like more than anything, you're recognizing something, especially when it pertains to being so connected to spirit. Pertaining to a soulmate connection, the Lovers, and the 5 of Wands, drama, chaos, and energy leak. We're not clarifying, but I can tell you that I feel like you are seeing something in a relationship. Could be family, soulmate connection, can be family, doesn't have to be lover. But the Lovers feels like some form of a soulmate connection, and you're seeing things, you're recognizing something that ties it to drama, chaos, energy leak. The 6 of Wands could be others recognizing you in a soulmate connection that's chaotic. So again, take it how it resonates. But the 6 of Wands is recognition, being recognized, seeing something, or being seen. Again, we're talking about some kind of a soulmate connection, and the 5 of Wands, drama, chaos, energy leak. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, number 16, patience. You're in the inner energy of patience and divine timing, pertaining to big luck, number 26. Well, big luck is tied to the Fool, a brand new beginning, a new chapter, taking a leap of faith, moving in a new direction. And the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, fertility, birth, creation. This is very well with the Fool. This is about new beginnings taking place, a time to turn your dreams into reality. It is prosperity and abundance. For some of you, you could actually be giving birth. Especially with the 6 of Wands, she's holding her womb. The drama could have been tied to the fact of feeling very much like pressure or stress. Maybe the person that you're maybe having children with or attempting to have children with. Which for some of you, it is a birth. We have small child as well. So there could be news of a birth. And then we have that 10 of Cups, which the 10 of Cups is along the lines of the happy family card. If it's not birth of an actual physical child, a small child, and giving birth, fertility could be to your dreams, to your baby, if you will. Like a lot of times people will say like, oh, this project, it's my little baby. You know, it's your creation. Whew. Welcome. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. Deceit. I have ill intentions and may be planning on deceiving you. So here's the deal. I honestly feel like for some of you, there's a clarity coming through with a soulmate connection that's tied to some form of drama and chaos. As far as the deceit, that could be the deception. The welcoming could be the deception. They're coming with welcoming arms, but in reality, it's drama and chaos and energy leak. They're sucking like energy vampires, if you will. I definitely feel like at least one of you, it's you're going to be having an actual child. You will fall pregnant and give birth, or the person you're with or were with, or whatever you want to call it. I do feel like you have a very strong connection to spirit at this time. And I feel like you are needing to stick with that. Hold on to the intuition. You are birthing something huge at this time. Something magical that's yours. Just be careful with the whatever this is. And for some of you, not all of you, there's deception involved. Somebody is a liar or deceptive. But I feel like the majority of you, this is a blessing message. Something beautiful being birthed for you. Now I'm hearing, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. All right, I'm going to shuffle and move to Capricorn. I will let you know, Sean. So we have Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces left. Maybe not in that order. I don't know. That's so funny. Like, random. I know. These seem pretty good. They seem pretty, good. I don't know. Maybe Lionsgate energy just lit people up in a good way. All righty. Capricorn-y. Hold on, I gotta cut. Gotta cut it. And I'm gonna take a sip, which I guess I should have done before I decided to timestamp it, but that's okay. Well, you don't have to be pregnant. It could be like giving birth to, a creation, an idea. All right, Capricorn. This is for the next 2 weeks, the 17th through to the 30th. Capricorn, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody you're dealing with. For some of you, there's something pertaining to a pet. I don't know if you're getting a pet. One just passed. There's something pertaining to a pet for you. So take that how it resonates. Okay, now I'm getting I don't even know who sings this. Nobody knows the trouble something. Nobody knows the sorrow. I don't know. It's like sadness. I don't know. I don't know what the song. It's like miserable, if you will. Anyways, Capricorn. Fudge, man. I don't know where my brain is. Overall energy for your reading is number 37. Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. Your emotions of desire and your life force energy. It is pertaining to number 30, legal matters. So your third chakra could be highlighted at this time. There could be an emotional response taking place when it comes to legal matters. Now, legal matters can be a lot of things. Maybe you're passionate because you were like fighting something tooth and nail. Maybe somebody's coming after you and you are like, life force energy is just, it's interesting to me because of the song that came in right before I started. Now, whatever this legal matter is and the energy you're sat in for said legal matter, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This tells me that whatever this process is has already been going on for some time and or is going to continue on for some time. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. Resolution feels like it's coming in, but it's coming in. Well, if it's been going on a long time, this could be the knight finally showing up. Like, here you go. Here's your resolution. But you're going to have to take it how it resonates. This is, I heard stupidly loyal energy. So I don't know if anybody's ever said that you were like stupidly loyal, but this is very loyal energy. Very grounded, stable. I feel a sneeze coming on. So you have to excuse the facial expressions and all of that. The loyal, grounded, stable energy, that would be you. Towards the Hierophant. Higher level of commitment. This could, in essence, feel like it's getting in the way of something. The Hierophant, higher level of commitment. Now, this could be an actual relationship, like taking things to the next level, a marriage. And it feels like it's been dragging on. So for a lot of you, I don't think this is something that's just starting. I feel like this is an energy you've been sat in. Again, I feel like you've been committed towards whatever. I heard injustice. So whatever it is that's got you in this energy of this emotional desire, it is like you are, I'm in it for the long haul, whatever this is. The Wheel of Fortune tells me, well, that's interesting because I almost said spirit instead of Sag. Sag, Pisces energy. This could be some kind of a spiritual something coming through for you. The Wheel of Fortune is progress being made seemingly out of nowhere after a time of, well, stagnancy forever and ever. And this legal matter could be anything, literally anything that you are dealing with that has some kind of legal, something that you're passionate about. I mean, technically I could look at a legal matter and think, oh, maybe, it's a marriage because, that's illegal if you do it through the courts or whatever. It could be that, but good Lord, did it take you long enough to take that leap into commitment. So take it how it resonates. The energy doesn't feel bad per se. It feels anxious. Does that make sense? Like, I don't even know if pins and needles is the right word, but like I want to get this done, whatever this is. The underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 10, storm horning. Dun, dun, dun. Pertaining to number 22, military. So military to me is authoritarian kind of energy. Somebody with authority on some level. Could be military. Maybe the person you're dealing with is in the military. Then that's like, whoa. But this feels very much like somebody who holds authority on some level. And there's a storm warning. Well, we have the Ace of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Brand new emotional experience. And then we have the World. The World is Capricorn, Aquarius. It's the ending of a cycle. Well, that's a quick cycle. That's a quick cycle. New emotional experience, and it's done. We have the Temperance card. Sagittarius. Divine timing is at play. You're being called to temper yourself, to go with the flow. And the High Priestess, Pisces energy. Follow your intuition, seek out your clarity and your truth. There's something very peculiar taking place here. In your underlying, a brand new emotional experience completely closes out. It's like it's dead on arrival. Something, and it's pertaining to military. Now, I don't want to get into this, but I'm feeling compelled to say that if some of you have somebody you might know, there could be something that ends. Doesn't mean death. I don't see death, but it could mean something like, you know, I don't know, they go off to the military and they meet somebody new. Like, I have no idea. Or you go off to the military and they meet somebody new. All I know is that something starts and it comes to an end. This is happening in the underlying energy. I feel like, again, we're talking about legal matters and something with your emotion of desire. Something that you feel epically strong about. I feel like it's cryptic, but I feel like there's so many different scenarios here that I'm not meant to like hone in on one specific one. I feel like you definitely, after the ending of said cycle, there's a need to pace yourself and follow your intuition. Safe space. I accept and respect you for who you are and ask only for the same in return. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. I'm going to shuffle and move on to Aquarius. Oh. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky, for the song. Thank you, Sean, for letting Vicky answer first. Just kidding. Two more signs to go. We have Aquarius and Pisces. Pisces. I don't know where that came from. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I appreciate you. Bob. Bob's your uncle. And Leanne just flew the coop. By in and out, she should have said, I'm mostly out today. I'm mostly not here. I'm just kidding. All right. Aquarius, 136.15. Aquarius. This is for the next 2 weeks ahead, Aquarius. The 17th through to the 30th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So do take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, rising and or Venus. How am I taking that? Oh, I guess I'm taking a bunch. Taking a bunch. I'm trying to get the words to the song that's coming through. It's like something along the lines of, I just put one foot in front of the other, and then like I feel like the harmony or the chorus is another down, down, down. I don't know if that's helpful in any respect at all. Maybe that's all you're meant to hear, is just putting one foot in front of the other. I don't even know where it comes from. I'm barely getting a melody with it. So, all right. Aquarius. I forgot who we were on for a minute. Aquarius, overall energy, number 30. The garden and the gate. That tells me there's a little smidgy of fear pertaining to number 28, expectation, which is interesting because when you look at this card, they're both standing back. Be careful, dear Aquarius, that you do not allow fear to keep you from expanding. The garden and the gate is a beautiful card. It tells me that somebody has built this beautiful, wonderful, comfortable life, and that they have opportunities outside the gate, but that they're afraid. They're afraid to start over, to have to recreate. And maybe their expectations are what's holding them back. I mean, expectations could go one of two ways. You could expect the best, and invariably you'll get the best. You could expect the worst, and you'll get the worst. So hopefully your expectations aren't what's holding you back, that you're excited, that you're expecting a new journey and fun. But there is fear involved of stepping outside of your comfort zone. We have the Queen of Swords. Well, that's you. Hands down. I mean, technically it's Libra, but it is air energy. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is you standing in your energy with the star. Well, that's your card. Having faith in the future. Going towards your North Node. Wish fulfillment. And these two cards tell me that you've got focus on what it is that you desire, what it is that you want to create. We have a Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. I feel like you are going towards it, going after what it is that you desire. I just feel like you have a little bit of hesitation, but I do feel like this is your energy moving towards what? The Strength card, Leo energy. your power, your personal power, the truth of who you are, the strength and perseverance to move towards what it is that you desire. The Eight of Pentacles. Putting forth the work, energy, and effort. I feel like you're moving in the right direction. I just feel a little bit of hesitation. And frankly, I feel like you're going to get over that hesitation because in the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. This is being in tune to your higher self, meditation, receiving guidance, intuition, download. It is pertaining to number 2, a main female. So you could be the main female. You could be dealing with a main female. There could be spirit talking through somebody who is considered a main female in your life. But we have the Hierophant, a higher level of commitment. And I definitely feel like for some of you, yeah, I guess it could be marriage, but we're talking about some spiritual connection. The Hierophant is talking about a higher level of commitment to your emotional sovereignty, to your spiritual practices, your meditation, your guidance, intuition, things of that nature. I do feel like you are going to be in the expectation of only the best. And that's what's going to keep you moving. Obligation. You are a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. Well, that could be you towards somebody else. Or how somebody feels about you. That was a random one. All right, I'm going to shuffle. We will move on to our final Pisces. Really? Why have I been connecting to Revenge of the Nerds lately? Because I feel like the last live I did, there was a bunch of, or at least one song that came from Revenge. I haven't seen that movie in, I don't know how long. Since I was a kid. I don't know. Maybe that's somebody's favorite song. Or maybe there's a lesson to be learned in that scene. Who knows? Happy Friday. And I should be here next Wednesday. I mean, it's marked for me to be here next Wednesday, but like I said, you guys will have to be a little flexible with me as everything plays out over the next couple months to 6 months. When I channel for tarot, I don't get things for myself. And it wouldn't be for my guide ever. It would be for whoever's watching. But, all right, Pisces. 144.26. Pisces. Pisces, this is for the next 2 weeks, the 17th through to the 30th. I do get my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with if you so desire. Pisces. Pisces. Okay, well, this doesn't look great. Like, I don't even know. Let's check it out. Okay. Pisces, overall energy. We have man holding a coin, number 43. This is, well, earth energy, so feeling grounded and stable. But it's pertaining to high honors, number 25, sideways. Sideways. And number 20, the house in the reverse. So it's interesting because when we're talking about feeling grounded and stable, this also could be an earth sign in your energetic field. So take that how it resonates as well. But it feels very much like high honor sideways is not understanding the full potential of self or a situation. High honor, like we're talking about something that's like, wow, like that's awesome, right? Sideways feels like we're not 100% acknowledging it. With the house in the reverse, for some of you, this is the losing of a home, but I also feel like this is talking about it's not 100% pertaining to the mind. And for some of you, okay, I'm getting a song. It's something about out of my mind, but then I'm hearing another. So I keep hearing out of my mind, but the tune, which is a totally different song than the tune I'm hearing, which the tune I'm hearing is, who do you think you are? Like, yeah, totally different songs. Do you really think you're in control? Does that make me crazy? Interesting. Interesting. We have a 10 of Wands. You're dropping some burdens. There's something that you're leaving behind. You're done. The past. Okay. Out of the mind. Do you really think you're in control? You've taken control of a situation. I don't know if you're feeling more grounded and stable, and maybe you're not completely understanding your high honors, if that makes sense, because I feel like you have eradicated something from your mind. And I feel like whatever it is the 10 of Wands, which is burdens, things that you were carrying around for far too long. This feels very powerful, very powerful. We have the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups is past, it's like nostalgia, if you will. It's things from the past that we look back on. It also sometimes talks about somebody or something coming back around from the past or a past life. We're not clarifying, so we're going to work with what we have here. The 3 of Wands tells me you've been waiting on an opportunity to come in. But I feel like what you've done, in essence, is turned your back on some kind of a past emotional experience and the burdens attached to it. And I heard set your sails and then set your sights. There's something coming in for you, some opportunity. This is you putting it out of your mind. And it feels so powerful because who do you think you are? Bless your soul, you really think you're in control. I feel like that's your energy, like you're the one in control. And whether we're talking about people or places or situations or just the emotional memories, whatever, it's like you've completely locked it out. It's gone. You're done. Interesting. Again, you could be dealing with an earth sign, but I feel like this is talking about you being very grounded and stable. Steadfast. this is pretty interesting. Okay. Let me get situated here. Underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 51, Healer of the Ages. Pisces, I gotta tell you, I feel like you're freaking magical. Like, whoever this is for, this is straight up magic. This is beautiful energy. And okay. Healer of the Ages and door to spirit. I feel like you're really coming into some power here. This feels very, well, I heard alchemy, but then I heard blessed and ancestral. Something about, for some of you, this is something that's been passed down. And or there's something working through you. The Healer of the Ages is being tied to a main male. It could be a spirit guide of sorts, a main male, somebody working through you. I have hair in my mouth. Sorry, like gross, but I can't leave it in there. It'd drive me insane. What are we healing? Are we healing a main male? Maybe you're healing the main male and they're not working through you. But this feels underlying, like, I feel like it almost feels like you're working on their behalf or somebody's working on their behalf through you. And it's interesting. We have the Devil card. Capricorn energy, the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and then we have you, the Queen of Cups, staring at all of this. You're in your power. You're in your power. And you're looking at all of this. And what is all of this? This is shadow energy. Can be a plethora of things. It's shadow, it's ego, it's codependency, it's addictive behaviors, it's blah, 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 the list goes on. Shadow. The 5 of Pentacles, which is about lack, loss, feeling unworthy, not good enough. It's thoughts turning to things, right? So these two go together very well. The 7 of Swords is a two-way card. It talks about self-sabotage, self-deception, deception from other people. But then it also talks about strategy and how to take the mind and have it work in your favor. With the Healer of the Ages and the door to spirit, I feel like something or someone is working through you. And maybe it is this main male that you're healing. Maybe that's who's in your energetic field. But whatever the situation is, you've healed your own self. And I feel like the opportunity, for some of you, this is work. Like this is going to turn into work or pastime or your gift to the fucking world. Excuse my language. I don't know where the F word came from, but there's opportunities coming in. Well, I heard for you to show your worth, but you don't need to show your worth. So I almost feel like it's being shown to somebody or to people or to a lot of people. We have collaborate. We are aligned in our purposes. Let's combine forces and help each other succeed. Gift. I offer something from the heart, an unexpected blessing to brighten your path. Pisces, I feel like you are a force and a power to be reckoned with. And I don't know necessarily if this is something that just came in around Lionsgate. As I've stated, it was meant to Lionsgate enhances spiritual gifts and things of that nature. But this is like ultimate. This is not this is powerful. And I mean, not only did you heal yourself, it's like you found the cheat code. It's like you tapped into something that maybe you didn't mean to, or you didn't know how. Like, with the song, that's almost like if I can hear it in my head. Who do you think you are? You really think you're in control? It's like, are you talking to your ego? Are you talking to the 3D? It's like, ha ha ha, laughing. Like, no, you're not in control. I own my reality. Like, this is ultimate creation, manifestation. This is like Jesus, Buddha level. Like, this feels very powerful. And it's like you've transformed and transmuted not only your own life, but I feel like you're doing it with others. And again, I feel like you're owning the gift, but I feel like you're gifting others, if you will. And with the collaboration, you could be working with another person with this. Again, we do have the healer of the ages and the door to spirit. So I'm wondering if spirit is who you're collaborating with. You'll have to take it how it resonates, but holy bananas, like, this is beautiful. Like, out of the mind. Like, at first I was like, is somebody cray cray? No, that's not it. It's like you found the key or the cheat code that's like, I don't know if you're flopping it in your mind, you're changing the perspective, or if you're just like Control Alt Delete, like programs that are unserving. You're like, and gone. This is powerful energy, beautiful. I heard rewrite history. I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Wowza. Amazing. All right. That is what I have for you. I guess I'm going to jump out of here. No, not Christina Perry. Hi, unfiltered among friends. Yeah, not Christina Perry. That's a totally different kind of song. This is an empowering song in essence, or upbeat. Christina Perry would be more like sad and whiny. Oh, that was the changed name. Oh, I like it. I do. I thought I had to go to your page to see it. I like it. I dig it. Yeah, that sounds better. Although, you are very critical, Sean. So, Sean's critique, I mean. No, it's, let's see. I want to say it's something. Hold, please. Yeah, I've had a feeling it was Gnarls Barkley. Crazy. I was going to say Gnarls Barkley, but I was like, no, I don't think that's it. But yes, the name of the song is Crazy, and it's Gnarls Barkley. Oh, you're double. You're double trouble, Sean. Yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Excuse me. And I will see you all on Wednesday. If for anything, any reason something comes up, I will try to keep you all posted. I apologize in advance. Things are going to be a little bit wonky from now up till possibly the next 6 months, maybe less, maybe a little more. But I am going through a major shift and change, which I'm super excited about. What a journey. Moving to Montana, but everything is changing in my life. We are selling everything we own with the exception of a few keepsakes and the clothes on our back, and moving to a chunk of land. So before we build a house, and yeah, so living out my dream. It's just going to be a little bit, one day I'll have my tarot desk. The next day it'll be gone and I'll be on the floor. And then one day I'll be in the back of a fifth wheel, whatever. So, just rolling with the punches. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and your patience and your understanding. I love you all. I will see you all very soon.